One camera.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
Nothing? What do you mean? You're good. That's your chat.
Oh, I don't have a camera.
Oh, I can.
Usually my chat's over here.
Yeah, let me.
There we go. There we go. Hey, everybody. Monday Night Live. What is today? July 25th, 2022. So, Jerry Bell, looks like you beat everybody to the punch today. Well, I'm wondering what happened to Kevin. Because I haven't heard from Kevin. And he's not here tonight. That's not like Kevin. Usually if he's not here, he tells me he's not going to be here or something. I hope everything's okay. Welcome everybody. Can you hear me? So let's kind of get the party started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Monday Night Live with Homes Around the Village's YouTube channel. So Patricia, thank you for joining us this evening. Jax, thanks so much. Appreciate you joining. Jerry Bell, that looks familiar. It's Miller time. Did I share with you that I have a bowling shirt? I must have, or wait a minute. Did my last video have my red bowling shirt that said Miller time on it? Is that where you got that, Jerry?
I don't think so, but I know you've shown it on camera before.
Okay. Anyways, I have a bowling team that I sponsor here in the Villages, and that's exactly what it says. It's, well, not it's, but it says Miller time. So I just thought that's appropriate. So I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. So right now we have 30 people joined us, and tonight we're going to talk. Well, we always talk a little bit about everything, but wanted to let you know where I was today. I was at Citrus Hills. The Villages, or not the Villages, it's just Villages of Citrus Hills. I think if it was the Villages of Citrus Hills, they'd have a little fight on their hands from you know who, the Villages. All right, so we're going to start off this evening. I'm kind of waiting for more people to kind of join. Right now we have 35 people on there because I have some special stuff to share with you this evening. So what I'm going to do is start off looking at my chats here, so bear with me if you will. So Jerry, I just gotta say, this guy's awesome. He's always on, always telling you to give me the thumbs up, the likes, that good stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jax as well. So, yeah, he's probably rocking it out at a concert. Not on Monday. I don't think they have concerts on Monday, Jerry. But, yeah, where is Kevin? That's crazy. No pictures of Gio. I'm at a loss. He must have the wrong Monday, I think. That must be it. I think we messed him up the last couple of times. Anyway, so, all right, let's start this evening out with some news that I have for you. And so I'm going to ask one of my good friends and co-workers, Kaylin Connett Howard, to come over here and join me. She's going to join me over here in this chair. So anyways, this is Kaylin, everybody. Would you like to say hi to all these
Hello.
lovely people? All right, I have some good news and I have some bad news for you this evening. So we're going to go ahead and start that, get that out of the way. The good news is some of you might get a chance to work with Kaylin. So just a little bit of a history about Kaylin. She came to work for me 2009, 10?
About 11 years ago. So 2014-ish. Something like that. I've had my license for 10 years now.
Stop it.
Yeah. Can't believe it,
I'm
huh?
going to look that up. 10 years?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the history. And I can't remember. So all y'all know I used to work for the Villages. I worked for them from 2000 to 2009. Worked for Properties of the Villages. Left there. Came over here. So no, 2014. Yeah, I went to Cell State for a year.
And I was with you. For a year prior to that. That was my second year with you.
As my assistant?
Yep.
Okay,
So it was 2012 that I started.
Okay, so there you go. 2012. So Kaylin worked for me 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
5 years?
5-ish.
I thought it was around, I keep saying 5. So anyway, she learned everything that I know in those 5 years because she was my assistant for 5 years. And then I kept bugging her saying, hey, you know what? You know everything, you do everything, you need to get your license. So that's what she did. She went and got her license. 10 years?
It must have been 8 now that I think about it.
That's still a long time.
Yes.
Time flies. Time flies. I thought it was like 4. Anyways, 5. So, here's the deal. On August 2nd, I am leaving. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. Why am I going to Fort Lauderdale? Because I have to see a neurologist, a neurosurgeon, who is going to operate on my neck. I have spinal stenosis, I have bulging discs, and I have, what else do I have? I have, spurs on my spinal column. And those spurs are protruding into some nerves. So they got to go. I have to have the surgery. Did a lot of research, looked around, found who I think is the best surgeon for the job. And he actually happens to be in my hometown of Fort Lauderdale. So that's where I'm headed. On August 2nd, I'll be down in Fort Lauderdale for pre-surgical whatever, and then surgery is August 4th. So Kaylin is going to take over for me starting August 1st, and I'm probably going to be out the whole month. So at least, I would think, because they're going to have a collar on me. I can't drive. I can't do anything with this collar. So maybe once I get over the pain threshold, maybe I'll have Blakely come pick me up, bring me to the office or whatever, just so I'm not sitting at home doing this, right? So I wanted y'all to meet Kaylin. I wanted you to be able to see her and put a pretty face with the name. And so if you call in, you talk to Blakely. Blakely, if you need any real estate needs, Kaylin's going to take care of that for me while I'm out. Okay, so just wanted to kind of, I wanted to have this right up front, especially because you know we put this on our YouTube channel, so a lot more people will see this right out of the box there. So that's what's happening. I'm going to be out at least for, I'm thinking they're saying in the collar 3 to 4 weeks, and then who knows what happens after that. But everybody's in capable hands with Kaylin, and I just can't think of a more capable person to handle things
Thank you.
than someone who was with me for 5 years. So there you go. Thank you, Kaylin. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Nice to meet everybody.
And again, you get to put the face with the name. Blakely will take care of everything. We'll put Kaylin's contact information on here as well. Christian will go ahead and put her phone number on here and email address. So if you want to call her, you can call her directly. If you want to call Blakely or whatever, you can call Blakely. My phone will be transferred either to Kaylin or Blakely. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet.
One or the other.
Yeah. So there you go. So thanks, Kaylin.
You're welcome.
See you later.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. So there you go. I've been a little hesitant about giving out that news. Who knows? What was going to happen between whenever and now. And so it looks like we're good to go. And I already have a room booked down there. I'm going to be down there for a week and really 10 days. So going down Tuesday and not returning until a week from that Friday, because my surgery's on a Thursday. And then I have to stay down there. Well, I don't have to, but it's 4 hours down and 4 hours back. So I am not going to leave a day or two after surgery, come back 4 hours after just being zipped open, and then return a week later, 4 hours, and then another 4 hours back. We're just not going to do that. We got us a room, and Patty, my wife, and Jamie, my daughter, they're going down there with me, so they get to enjoy Fort Lauderdale Beach while I sit up in the room recuperating. So I will definitely be gone for at least for that 10 days, and then I'll be back home, and we'll just see how it goes from there. All right, so that's it. That's the news there. So anyways, Kaylin will take good care of you while I'm gone. So, and I expect a progress report too on Kaylin. She's sitting right over there. All right, let's get to our chats. All right, so let's see. So, we talked to Jerry. Donna, thank you very much for joining us. She's number 2 in the queue today. Appreciate you joining us, and Donna, and always awesome to have you because you're very loyal. You're here all the time, so thank you. And I said the same thing to Jax. What is this boom? Thank you. Oh, Ira the rock star of realtors, boom. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. We have Kamala here again this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. And Sandy, as usual, is here as well. So thank to all of you. And then I already said hi to Patricia. So thanks so much. Oh, and Janice, and Kate, some of my regulars. And so Kate's jumping right on into some questions, which I love. Thank you so much. It's either that or you got to listen to me just kind of ad-lib all night long, and I know you don't want to do that. So Kate says, hi, what do you think of it's DeLuna development? Some say there's cheaper houses to make them more affordable. So, what I can have to tell you about that is, so I don't know if y'all heard about me videoing the models and all the issues I had with the Village's developer about going into their models and doing a video and all. Oh man, I mean, all I'm going to say is it really hit the fan on that one. And so they barred me from going onto their properties anymore. So they can't stop me from going on the resale, looking at resale homes, because those are owned individually. But they said that I can't go on their property that's owned by them anymore because, well, I guess just because they don't want me there. So as a contractor, I could go in there and I can critique what their construction is. And so I can't do that anymore. And even if I did, I wouldn't admit it because I can't, because they would send the man after me. So we don't want that. So I'm sorry, I don't know. Oh, the one thing I have heard about the Luna, though, have you heard anything about the Luna? Kaylin says no. I've heard that it's close to the turnpike, and you could hear the turnpike from there. And so I know a lot of people are like, they're not into that. They don't want to hear any noise from the turnpike. And so, again, it's beyond me. I think now they've built some villas along there, along the turnpike, which have the wall. But it's beyond me why they wouldn't build this huge wall, because as you go down the turnpike to Orlando, that's all you see. You see these, 30-foot walls that go down the turnpike when there's a development on the other side. Really nice walls, and Village just doesn't want to do that. And I can't even believe they won't even do that after the fact for the people who already bought, who back up to the turnpike. I mean, there are some homes that actually back right up to the turnpike, and I've done some videos of that, as you guys have probably seen before. So that's all I've heard about the Luna. And to speak, to those terms a little bit more, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the new area where the Villages goes unless somebody brings something to my attention, and then I'll go out there, maybe fly the drone or check it out or whatever. But I can't sell new homes. So because of that, there's no reason really for me to even be out there. That's number one. Number two, they don't even want me on their property. So if they're under construction, I can't go on there anyway. So I just stay away from it, and I don't even go around that area. So I'm sorry I can't give you any more information than that about the Luna. I can only tell you what I hear, okay? So, let's continue. And I'm trying to find my cursor here.
Could be on the other screen.
It's not on the other screen. Well, if it is, maybe if I go over here, there it is there, but it's weird. It's just disappearing. What I needed here. There we go. Thanks, Christian. What was it, hiding underneath?
I don't know what it was doing.
It's crazy. So why do I have Google? Oh, it's going crazy. It's flipping back and forth. Live TV, right? Or live video chat. So Bruce, want to welcome you. Say hello. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. All right. Whoa, I think I kind of jumped. All right. I think Kate was saying that her friends built a home there, or bought a home there. Amanda Hughes. How are you, Amanda? Actually, I heard from I don't know if I should put this out there, but you might want to contact me because I heard from your lender. And he wanted me to get a hold of you, or not get a hold of you, but I guess, I don't know. He contacted me today, and I've been busy. And what was I doing today? I think as I told y'all, do we have that stuff on there already yet?
Oh, that one document you sent me is on photos, yeah.
Not two.
I only got one from you.
This one.
No, the one that was,
This one should have, definitely should have come in.
that's the only picture I got.
No. Oh, no, on my email. In my emails, there should be two documents. Thank you for the prayers. I do believe in prayer, and thank you so much. That means a lot to me. All right, so Elaine is in New Jersey. Let's see. So yes, Jerry, you saw my special guest. Oh, so actually, I asked the people who I was out with today to kind of come in and join us on our Monday Night Live, and they didn't want to do that. So not everybody wants to be on video. I get it. So I can tell you what happened. So, thank you, Jax, again. Oh, where did my cursor go? Again. There it is. It's always disappearing on me. I just want to make sure I'm up to date with everybody. And Patricia, thank you very much as well. And Elaine. Oh, Karen, are you saying I have a very pretty face? Oh, that was Kaylin you're talking about. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. And Patricia, you almost got that right. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's one N. One N in Kaylin. I could tell you her middle name, but she'd kill me, I think. Yeah. All right. So, yes. So, Jax said, very nice to meet you, Kaylin. There you go. Christian's got her in there. Thank you, Kaylin, for throwing that in there. All right, let's talk a little bit about Citrus Hills. I can tell you, well, I went ahead and did a video on Citrus Hills, and I got a letter. I got a nice little letter from their attorney saying, cease and desist, take that video off your YouTube channel. Which I don't understand. I don't understand any of them at all. They did the same thing to me at On Top of the World. They're always, telling me to cease and desist with the videos. All I'm doing is bringing customers to them. They don't get the concept that I bring, I think is all it is. I think what they're doing is they think that I have an unfair advantage by funneling people to me before I bring them to Del Webb, Stone Creek, On Top of the World, Villages of Citrus Hills. These people don't have a clue. They don't understand that 90% of you have never even heard of those other communities. And if it wasn't for me putting them out there on my YouTube channel and telling you guys all about them, you'd probably never have heard of these places. And so they have some false conception that they're all out there and everybody knows about them. They don't have a clue. And so what I do is, when people are interested in the villages, and you join, you come into my YouTube channel and you see me, I talk about these other places, and oh man, all of a sudden, there's other places that we can consider. And so the thing about it is, okay, obviously I'm a realtor. I have to get paid for selling a home, and they have to pay me. Those developers have to pay me. Buyers don't pay me at all. It always comes from the seller. And so, they don't have that concept where when I bring somebody out there to them, that, and that's why I tell everybody, and I try to kind of just, I'm sure many of you have already heard about, just if you call, I ask you, don't call Blakely or me and say, hey, what's this about on top of the world? What's this about Stone Creek? What's this about Villages of Citrus Hills? Is Villages of Citrus Hills part of the Villages? No. But I was out there today, and but just to finish that thought, if you call and they get your information, then what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, they called in from, bye, thank you. They'll say, hey, these people called in before you brought them into us or whatever. They don't know that you heard about them from me or my YouTube channel. And then they don't give me the credit. And then I can't help you. I'm kind of out of the loop on that one. And that's only with new homes, though, okay? So it's not resale or pre-owned homes, we like to call them. So that's the thing. So again, I want to remind everybody, please, if you hear about the Villages of Citrus Hills, from me, and only me, if you've heard about them, and whatever. I mean, I want to be fair about it all. And I want to make sure that I'm the one that kind of introduced you to these other communities. But if that's the case, please call us, call Blakely. Christian will put our number down in there, and Blakely's number, and how you spell Blakely correctly. Then we can kind of facilitate that, and we can lead the way on that. Or else what's going to happen is kind of what happened maybe today. So anyways, just to tell you what happened today. So met some people right out in front of the new home sales office at Citrus Hills. And I was supposed to meet him there at 10 o'clock, which I got there right at 10 o'clock. So I know the old saying, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're forgotten. I don't know how many of you have ever heard that, but there's that old saying I've heard. So I was right on time, so I guess that means I was late, which in this instance, I guess I was, because they got there about 5 minutes before I did. Needed to go in and use the restroom, so they went in there and they said, hey, can we use the restroom? And then the receptionist started questioning them. Why are you here? Well, we're meeting our realtor. Oh, you're meeting your realtor here. They didn't have a very good first introduction. Yeah, they had poor customer service. But they didn't have a very good first impression of over there, because the receptionist, was giving them a hard time about why they're there. Why are you meeting your realtor here? This is new home sales, which is kind of crazy in itself, because new home sales, I can help. I can refer somebody to new home sales and get a referral fee. So that didn't make any sense, why she was giving these folks a hard time about meeting me at the new home sales office. So what we did was, so finally, reluctantly, she goes, yeah, the bathrooms are over there. And so they came out, and man, when I got there, they just unloaded on me. Not talking about me, but talking about the people inside that new home sales office. And so if any of those people from Citrus Hills are watching this, and they can learn a few things about what I'm about to tell them. Anyway, so we stood outside that new home sales office, and they just unloaded about how unprofessional, how poor customer service they were, how, as soon as they found out, their demeanor, as soon as they found out that they were here to meet a resale realtor agent. So I said, look, we need to go in. Anyways, I want to get you a packet. They do have some brand new, already built and under construction, what they call showcase homes. They're called spec homes, they're called inventory homes, they're called move-in ready homes. What else are they called? Well, so they call them showcase homes. So we go in there. I said, hey, how you doing? I'm Ira Miller, showed them my card, said these are customers of mine. They might be interested in a new home. We're here to look at the community. I'm going to show them around the community, but it's very well possible. Oh, man. The demeanor totally changed. Big old smile. Oh, go ahead and sign in. We're going to go ahead and get you with one of our sales agents. Go ahead and go inside here and watch this little video that we have for everybody before they come out. And it talks all about Citrus Hills, which I had put on my YouTube channel one time. And again, they just went ballistic when I did that. They said that was trademarked property or whatever. So anyways, so once they found out that we wanted to talk about new homes and showcase homes, move-in ready inventory, whatever, there you go. Their whole demeanor changed. But that's why, I would like to, because I know how to deal with these people, right? I know how to handle these people. I know what we need to say and do, whatever. And in all sincerity, yes, they could very well go ahead and buy one of their showcase homes. And so I went and showed them around the area, but we met with one of their sales agents, very pleasant lady named Valerie, and talked to her. And, so she was telling me, oh, I'd really like to earn your business, meaning my business. And I wanted to tell her about my experience with introducing people through my YouTube channel, and all the problems I had from that developer, but I didn't even bother going into that with her. So anyways, if she calls me, I'll tell her. We'll see if she calls me. If she's a good sales agent, she will call me, but we'll see. All right, so a couple of things. Christian, I think, has us set up on some information about, we're going to go ahead, a little Geo. So we get a shot of Geo anyways in there. All right, so what are we looking for? Christian, right here. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start off with this. So they do have some shows over there. Oh man, that didn't come out very good. Wow, I scanned all that in. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay. All right, here we go. So here's some of the shows that they have there. You can have, you can see you can do maybe yearly stuff or individuals. So they do a lot of, what do you call those? Cover bands, I guess, right, Christian?
Tribute bands. Yeah.
Tribute bands, cover bands. So they do a lot of that. That's cool over there. Just wanted to show you, because on Top of the World has kind of the same thing over there at Circle Square Performing Arts Center. I'm trying to move this up. I guess maybe there's no way to move it up. Every time I kind of go in here, it's wanting to,
It's used.
yeah, do that.
Oh, yeah, then I'm not sure.
Okay, anyways. That's one of the things. We'll go back. Here's a little list of some of the fees that they have over there. And let's see, is that going to clear up for us? Let's see, hold up. Yeah, there we go. Monthly cost of living expenses. This gives you an idea of what your sewer and water is and all that good stuff. Come on. So I don't see where I can adjust this for you guys. No CD at Villages of Citrus Hills. Here's some of your costs. They do have social memberships up here at the top, a master membership. Now, there's a couple different areas of the villages or Villages of Citrus Hills. There's inside the gate, which is called Terra Vista. That's the gated part, and it's beautiful inside there. They have some very high-end homes inside Terra Vista. And then there's an area outside that you can buy in as well, outside the gated portion of it. And you don't have this master association fee every month if you live outside of the gates. If you live inside the gates, you do. And then you have the property association maintenance fees. Again, you don't have that. All you have is this social club membership. And get rid of that, of 166 over there. So that, the 166 is for all the amenities of there. And then down here it kind of tells you what you get for your 166. And then what the master association fee covers up here. But, so there you go. And then they have golf over there. If you're interested in the golf, they have pay as you play. You can, that's part of the 166. There's one course. They have 4 courses over there. Actually, they have 3 18-hole and 1 9-hole course over there. And so there's charter golf memberships, and that's kind of the person who plays a lot of golf. And then you have maybe just the social membership or whatever. So they have different programs for everybody. So I thought, very interesting. We got a lot of information from over there. So what we did was we rode around the inside. I think there's a video. I think I have a video of the fitness center and of the indoor pool and the spa and that and all of that. I think I have that video still up. I'm not sure. You might want to just search Citrus Hills in the search box on my YouTube channel. It'll probably come up. And then after we left, we went there, you know, these folks asked me, so where's the nearest town, you know, that we could go to? So I took them to Crystal River. And Crystal River, I was there Wednesday and Thursday of last week doing a company seminar. So we had a great time over in Crystal River. So Crystal River is about 15 minutes away. We zipped over there. I showed them everything that Crystal River has. Some springs, some kayaking, some great restaurants. I showed them the historic area. So we spent a couple hours, 2-3 hours over there and had a great time. So that is a little bit about what I did today. Actually, Valerie gave me a little map of one of the neighborhoods and a couple of the homes that were available. they're over here. They're about 3 months out, or 3 to 4 months from completion. And these folks are probably, probably about 6 months. So that's why we didn't go back in and start talking about buying anything right now. Look, never a pressure with me. Actually, you almost have to convince me that you want that home rather than me convincing you that you want that home. That's just the way I work. I mean, I was out this weekend with some folks, and that's exactly what I told them. I said, you need to convince me that this is the house that you want. Because if you don't convince me, a lot of people tell me, you know, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, have to have this, want to be in this location, and then it changes completely. And so when you change things on me like that, I'm going to kind of push back on you. I'm going to say, hey, you told me you wanted this, you told me you wanted that. Yeah, but you know, whatever. That's when you have to start convincing me that you really like this home. Once you've already told me everything that you want in a home, I remember that. That's my job. My job is to find you the perfect home, or as perfect as possible. But then, if you start changing up, you're going to have to convince me, you know, otherwise, because, or else I'm going to try not to sell you that home, to be honest with you, because that's not what you told me you wanted. I want to make sure you're happy. I want to make sure when you move into that home that you're not going to feel like you made a mistake. Because I'm always going to say, hey, you told me you wanted this. Hey, you want, I mean, these folks told me, the last people, that they wanted 2.5 to 5 acres, right? They made an offer on a home that sits on 1 acre. They said it had to have a big workshop or storage, you know, area or whatever. And this home had none of that. And so it had a pool, completely renovated, brand new roof, brand new AC. It was a beautiful home, don't get me wrong, but it was totally different than what they told me. So, you know, I started pushing back, saying, hey, you told me you wanted this, you wanted that, you wanted this, you wanted that. At that point, like I said, you have to convince me that this is the home for you. Because then, if it's not, I'm going to remind you. Because I have one story of somebody in the Villages back in 2002, 20 years ago. Drove up on the lot. We got out. Beautiful lot, backed up to a cow pasture, but it had really beautiful oak trees in the back. And I said, now, about 1,000 yards that way is a train. It's a train track. And train's going to be coming by. And then the lady says to me, don't worry about that. He's deaf anyways. He'll never hear that train. I'm like, okay. Again, you have to convince me. So we went back, reserved the lot, built the home, went ahead, did the walkthrough. I come back about a week later. Hey, how do you like your home? Ira, you never told us about that train that's right over there. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, Evelyn. I did tell you about that train. No, you didn't. You never said anything about that train. I said, well, Evelyn, I said, I'll tell you how I know I said something about that train, because you told me, don't worry about that train. He's deaf anyways. And she goes, oh, I guess you did tell us. I'm like, yeah, I remember exactly the conversation. So, there you go. So that's why I said, if you tell me one thing and then it's another, you know, then I'm looking for you to convince me. Let's get back to the our chats, right? Again with the cursor there, with the cursor. There we are. All right. So let's see. Okay, good luck, Iron. Nice to meet everyone. That was Kaylin. I am looking to own a preserve view. Which village tends to have, I guess, more homes with that? So, Kate, what I can tell you is the area that the villages, or where the villages are moving into right now, has a lot of wetlands in it. A lot of wetlands. If you look at a map, you know, and especially if you look at, now there's a difference between wetlands and a flood zone. So please keep in mind, you cannot build on wetlands at all. Those are federally protected lands. And I won't even go into the details of, well, how you might be able to get around that. But anyways, for the most part, you cannot build 100 feet within a wetlands. Flood zone you can build in, but then you're going to have flood insurance. That can get a little pricey. Anyways, where the villages is going into, there's a lot of that. So they probably, as they move south, right now they're kind of moving west over into, what's the name of that place they're moving into? Coleman. They're moving west towards Coleman. And then south. So they're just filling in. Coleman is right off of 301. If anybody knows anything about the villages, 301 is one of the major highways that comes to the west of the villages. So that's what I would tell you. There's probably going to be a lot of preserve lots here coming up shortly with that. So if you're looking for that, I would just say kind of wait. I can't remember. So the Luna is right now. Well, there's a lot. I think I did a drone video of the DeLuna area before it was even had any homes on it. So you might want to check out that video. I think it's at the end of Marsh Bend. You'll see me standing in front of a concrete barrier where you can't go into it, but you'll see a lot of water and stuff like that. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I think that's why you might be bringing up DeLuna a lot. So there you go. I'm looking to own a preserve view. Be careful. Let me just say this. When you're in a wetlands area, when you're in a flood zone area, when you're in a wet area, a lot of fill has to be brought in. And all that site work equals high bonds. Right now they're like a $42,000 bond. I could really see after as much as things have gone up lately, $50,000 bonds easy in the new areas. So I would say be careful of that. Not only that, but you're in Wildwood, and so being in Wildwood, you're paying City of Wildwood taxes. If you have a $50,000 bond, your taxes are going to be over 10 grand. So you might say, hey, I live on Staten Island. I live in Long Island. I live in the Hamptons. $15,000 taxes are nothing unusual. Well, you know, so it's all relative to what you're used to and what you're not used to. But I can tell you, a $15,000 or even a $10,000 tax bill in Florida, man, it's kind of unheard of. So, anyways, be careful. Find out what your bond is. You can always get a preserve view in a pre-owned home as well. So I would say look at everything. Look at new, look at pre-owned, look at the villages, developer, properties of the villages. Look with me, see what we have, and then pick from there. okay? That's the best advice that I can give you. How long till I can get back on the surfboard? Jerry Bell, that's a great question. My doctor said absolutely without question, do not even think about getting on a surfboard until after this surgery. He said, because your bone spurs are so bad, if you were to fall off a surfboard and hit your head on the ocean floor, you could paralyze yourself. Those bone spurs are in that area of your neck where that could happen. So my buddy calls me today, Ira, longtime friend, my best friend forever since grade school. Let's go to the Outer Banks. Let's go to Nag's Head. I'm like, oh man, Claude, I can't. I've got this surgery coming up. He goes, oh yeah, that's right. He goes, man, I really am itching to go to Nag's Head, because when we were kids in 1973, tells you how old I am, graduated, I hitchhiked up to the Outer Banks in North Carolina. He drove his van up there. I hitchhiked with my surfboard up to the Outer Banks, and we surfed all summer long, and until like November when it got so cold. We just couldn't stand the cold anymore. We had to come home to nice toasty Florida. So I would say, Jerry Bell, probably 2 months. I'm thinking maybe longer, 3 months. I don't know. I'm probably not the best surf in Florida is in the wintertime anyways. So whenever cold fronts come through, man, the waves come through. So probably then, probably end of the year.
Your New Year's resolution, more surfing.
Yeah. Christian said, my New Year's resolution, more surfing. Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and kind of keep going with the with our chats. See if there's any questions I can answer. Mr. Sylvan, he has joined us. Thank you, Sylvan, for coming on. Just popping in. You'll be a new man after your surgery. I'll listen to the whole show on the replay. Got to get back to work, but paying for Danielle's pool. Supposed to be here. Anyways, good deal. Yeah, catch us on the flip flop, we'll call it. So Amanda's trying to pack up her condo and sell it. My realtor's coming over on Wednesday, day after tomorrow. Yay. Very good. I'll see her soon. Rock says, do you see the price of real estate going down, especially with the interest rates going higher? So I will tell you, we had a lull in real estate. It got slow. I guess last month in June, but this month's been crazy. I guess everybody's heeding my warning that 6% interest rates aren't really that bad right now, because they could be a whole lot worse, and I think they are getting ready to be not a whole lot worse, but worse, you know, so there's no better time to buy than now, especially if you're gonna mortgage or finance. Now, a lot of people I work with do cash, so I mean, it's not, I would say probably 3/4 of the people I work with do cash. So might not be that big a deal to a lot of people. Anyways, what I will share with you, what I usually do, Christian, we have, I think we have,
That first one, I thought was the MLS.
no, we're not on the MLS. Let me take us, if I can get this. Oh man, I'm having problems with this cursor tonight for sure. How come you can do it and I can't? What's the deal with that?
Job security.
Jobs, there you go. You rigged it, huh? So, my stellar. All right, let's see what inventory looks like this week. So as you all know, we kind of default to the villages just because, you know, working in the villages, I think, it's a good indicator of where the market's going. So this is just a great way to look and see where the market's going. Let's see, drum roll. Christian hates it when I beat on the table.
Only if the camera's on it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, what? All right, this thing's flipping out on me. Here we go. What will it be? The villages right here. Let's go on up. 210, or is that 16?
Looks 16.
216, let's see what it says here. Yeah, 216. So, 216, I saw it as high as 220. So it's hovering around the 210 to 216. It seems to have kind of flattened out now. It's not on that upward trajectory like it has been. I think, no, so that's about, well, that's still less than half of what is normal or typical as far as inventory, okay? So,
It's still big nonetheless. You were talking towards the camera with your hand.
oh, okay. So there you go. So, let's see. So there's your 216 inventory. Starts at 169, 174. Why is this all goofed up?
It's the monitor.
Oh, okay. So hopefully you guys can see it better than what I can see. But yeah, we can go. That's the first 25. It goes from 169 to 315 real fast. And there's your 1156. Those are patio villas. So 315 for a patio villa. That's still crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. So there you go. I mean, so prices have kind of leveled off, but they really haven't gone down. I mean, when they go down, prices of patio villas will start going down. Since they're still 315 and up, that's just crazy. All right, so Wrestler has joined us. Wrestler Mania in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, Wrestler. Appreciate that. Let's see.
Skip Smith's in the chat.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Skip.
He says you're a father to him.
I'm a what?
You're like a father to him.
Okay, all right, I'll get to that. So, do you see the price of real estate going down? No. So, as we just saw, with patio villas still over 300,000, I don't see it going down. It's just leveling off. If, and a big if, Luann and I are able to come down next year due to my current job, would you personally be our realtor? Is 4 to 5 years too early to start looking for different areas? I would say it's never too early to start looking in different areas, simply because I would like for anybody I work with to at least settle on a community, right? A community or two, right? This way we can kind of target the homes, that we start sending you, because we can set you up in our auto email. 4 to 5 years, that's going to be a huge, there's a huge disparity in 4 to 5 years. But at least let's try to at least narrow it down to where it is that you're going to want to be looking in and buy in anyways. That's huge. First time people that I work with, if you don't know where you want to be, we're not looking at homes. We're looking at communities. And once we narrow down some communities, I might get a sampling here and there of a home in a community, but we're not going to sit there and look at 3 or 4 or 5 homes in each community. If we did, we'd be doing it for 2 days. You wouldn't even remember what you saw. I mean, I can tell you that for a fact. A lot of people tell me that while we're out looking. Oh man, I can't remember what that first home looked like that we saw 3 homes ago. So we're going to settle on a community, then we'll send you some homes, then we can kind of, but 4 or 5 years, it's going to be anybody's guess where this market is going to be. All right, so I'm ready to do something to this computer here.
The mouse.
Here it is. Okay, I got it. All right, so, and look, and here's the thing I would suggest for Wrestler Mania. I would suggest after the midterm elections in January, February, or March, actually, I would suggest in May to take a look and see what prices are of homes in May. Take a look and see what the economy's doing, whether it's going up, whether it's going down, right? We're going to do that. And from that information, if you're 4 or 5 years away, we're gonna make a decision. And what I would suggest you do, I mean, you might not be in agreement to this, but I would buy a home and rent it out, even if it's just a patio villa. Buy a home, rent it out, because when you're ready in 4 or 5 years, that home is probably going to be up here. Trust me, I have worked with so many people. You're going to look back in 4 or 5 years, and you're going to look at what the prices were 4 or 5 years ago, and you're going to say, why didn't I buy a home 4 or 5 years ago? So if you want the inflation buster, that's what you do. You buy a home, put it in a property management program, put it on villagershomesforrent.com, rent it out annually. When I was in an investment group, we rented all of our homes through villagershomesforrent.com, and we rented them out for 2 and 3 years. Some people wanted to rent it for 5 years. They wanted a lease for 5 years because they wanted to lock in on a lease rate. So that's the best way, in my opinion, and I'm not saying that just to sell you a home. I'm saying that from personal experience, personal experience and professional and personal, because like I said, I cannot tell you how many people, and you may be one of them. All right, so I'm not going to just keep elaborating on that. I've had my say. Yes, and I expect to be around another 4 or 5 years. Let's see. You know, I don't know if realtors ever stop working, to be honest with you. I might scale down, but pass some stuff off to Kaylin, who you saw earlier in the channel there. But okay, so let's move on. Wrestler, I hope that answered your question. So yes, I plan on being here in 4 to 5 years, unless they screw me up in that surgery next week. Then we'll see. But this guy, I found him on YouTube. Let me get a drink here. So, Patricia, are there homes in the 400,000 to 500,000 price range in villages of Citrus Hills? Yes. Let me just tell you a little bit more about Citrus Hills. Citrus Hills is on the west coast, by the coast. there is not near the traffic. It's not near as busy. If you're looking for a laid-back area, that's the place. If you're not looking for a laid-back area, if you're looking for a lot of hustle and bustle and a lot of action going on, excuse me, then maybe that's not the place for you. But, you know, you guys have heard me say numerous times that that's the place I would like to move to. And 400 to 450, I think their new homes are starting out right at, well, their new homes inside their gates, inside the gated area of Terra Vista, they start at 500, or maybe just a little bit above. But there's a lot of pre-owned in there. I mean, I looked at some beginning of the year with some people, and I think it was just like 375 or something like that. Really nice home. So yes, so it's worth the visit because it is so different from everything else around this area. Because like on Top of the World is right down there on 200, busy part of Ocala. You guys know, I guess, about the villages, and especially how seasonal the villages is. So, all right, wrestler. One other area we might be interested in is Solavita. By the way, Luann is really tough. I'm tough too, so bring her on. I'll win her over. Solavita, these folks I had out in Citrus Hills today were asking me about Solavita. What they're telling me is, what they've heard about Solavita is how busy it is. And you're in Kissimmee. Well, where is Kissimmee? Well, Disney World is in Kissimmee. Kissimmee is a very touristy area. So, yeah.
Celebration is there, right?
Well, Celebration is in Kissimmee as well. But Celebration is not a 55-plus community. It's a community for everybody. It's kind of like the Villages, you know, but it had a little town square and some restaurants and stuff like that. But, so, I don't know if if that's for you or not. Again, I would suggest if it is, you might want to go there in the wintertime and check it out. Actually, I would go anywhere in the wintertime and check it out just to see, because it is Florida. We are seasonal, and so you might want to see what's best for you. Come in the summer, come in the winter. I'd visit twice. Come in the summer just to see what temperatures are like. I was watching the news today. They were saying, they were talking about Miami, how Miami is going to have a high of 89 degrees today, the end of July. But out west, you have over 100-degree temperatures. So there you go. We're a peninsula surrounded by water. That water kind of keeps our temperatures kind of, in a nice range, I can tell you that. But Solavita, I have not been to Solavita in a while. I've been there a couple of times. If somebody tells me they really, really, really want to see Solavita and they're in the market to buy, we'll go to Solavita. But Solavita is about, from here, it's probably a little over an hour. And I don't like the traffic. That's why I left Fort Lauderdale. Wanted out of that traffic. And so I would be getting right back into what it is I came here for. So hopefully, there you go. But you're 5 years away, 4 to 5 years away. So I would say, do me a favor. If you go to Solavita, tell them I sent you. This way, if it ever came down to it, I can help you. If not, if you don't say that, they're not going to let me help you over there. What is the amenity fee, HOA fee at Citrus Hills? We kind of looked at it. Let me just go right back to our photos. Boy, I'm just challenged with this. You're amazing. Thank you. All right, so the social club membership is what they call it, is 166. Both means inside the gates and outside the gates. So you do have a gated portion called Terra Vista at Villages of Citrus Hills, and then you have a portion that's outside the gates. All you pay is the social membership if you live outside the gates. If you live inside the gates, you will pay the master association fee of $210 a month. So now you're at $376. And then the property association's maintenance fee, which takes care of the common areas. And that looks like it's anywhere from $190 to $210. So you'll have all of these if you are inside the gates. You only have 166 if you're outside the gates. Okay? So that hopefully, Patricia, helps with that one. Okay. So, Kamala, I just read about Scottish Highlands. Scottish Highlands must approve the party purchasing background check and 720 or higher. Well, I can tell you, I'm not a big fan of Scottish Highlands because the Scottish Highlands that I know of is right downtown Leesburg, and they're not gated. And I'm really kind of surprised to even hear about this, to be honest with you. All right, it's here, but I mean, it's just a hit and miss. So I am surprised to hear about Scottish Highlands. Yeah, I wouldn't consider Scottish Highlands. Yeah. WrestleMania says they want to keep me out of retirement until they buy in 4 to 5 years. Well, I'm still after my boat. My kids will be out of school in 2 years, and I'll be free. All right. WrestlerMania, everyone, please remember to click the thumbs up button. Thank you very much, Wrestler, and subscribe if you have not already. It shows that you care. And it's free. Oh, you're the man. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So let's see. I want a swimming pool. My husband does not. Is a swimming pool a good investment? Will I get a good return, and do homes with pools sell well? So it depends on, well, actually, yes. I mean, pools with homes do sell very well, especially in the villages. And a lot of people like pools. So they're pretty easy to keep up these days. You have these salt pools. All you do is pour bag of salt in there. You have a salt generator hooked up to your pump, and you're good to go. That's what I have. I have the little automatic thingy that goes around and vacuums up and pour the salt in, and I'm good to go. So, with that said, nobody uses my pool, hardly ever. I'll use it when I'm out in the yard, working in the yard, and it's really hot, and I'm mowing and edging and all that stuff. As you all know, I do my own yard from that lawn video, but I'll go swimming in my pool. But I'm trying to tell my wife I need a little floaty out there with my little drink. Hey, you want to come on? My wife's here. You want to come on video? She doesn't want to get on video. All right, thank you, wrestler. You're the man. I appreciate it. Villages of Citrus Hills gives no information on the website. That's right, because they want you to come in and get that information. They want you to go way out there and check it out. It's unfortunate, but I'm not wasting 2 weeks waiting for literature. Well, I just gave you all the literature you need right here in this video. I'll probably get a letter from their attorney telling me to cease and desist, but like me and Skip, I guess, get all the time. Let's see here. Jerry Bell, thanks for the thumbs up, buddy. WrestleMania, thanks, Jerry. Manatees out at Crystal River. Yes, there's a place called Hunter Springs, which I was at last week. So it's a little cove off of the Gulf where there's fresh water, and these manatees love to hang out in Hunter Springs. Just a couple blocks away, you can rent kayaks, you can put them in at the springs, you can go kayaking, a lot of fun out there. In my opinion, that is bad business practice by the receptionist, absolutely. I was kind of surprised to even hear that, but man, my guy was just going off on those people. It was crazy. Man, he was so mad. So... I know. I'm reading Patricia's chats, and they were. I mean, at the end, they were kind of thanking me. I mean, they really were, but because I really calmed things down. But I'll tell you what, the missus was like, she didn't want to hear anything they had to say because she was just over it. So, yeah. All right, so Skip Smith, there he is, my buddy. Ira's like a father to me. Yeah, well, Skip, somebody's got to take care of you, right? So, is there a map of all the land that the villages has not built on? I wonder if they have ever surrounded an existing development city. What happens in those cases? So, there's not a map. They're not going to put out a map. They're not going to, they're not going to reveal their cards to you and tell you how much property, because they're all about urgency. They want you to buy now. So if you think that they've got land forever, they're not going to reveal that. I can tell you that. That's just part of their way they do business. So no, there is no map, but I can pretty much tell you if you just look and see all the vacant land that's to the south of where they are now, that's all owned by the villages. However, also, if you look real close, you're going to see it's like more and more and more and more and more and more wetlands. So as they move south, they're moving into a large wetlands area. They're going to be very limited in what they can build on. But no, there is no map. And yes, it is the great Skip Smith. So thanks. Thanks for popping on, Skip, old buddy. Skip. He's a mess. He's over there hitting wrong buttons and everything. So thank you, Jax. Thank you very much for doing that. Anybody that refers anybody to me, or anybody that calls me, there's a lot of realtors that call me actually, from out of town, out of state. You know, and they say, hey, I've got a customer, you know, that I've been kind of searching around, you know, I found your name. I said, have you seen my YouTube channel? If they haven't, I always tell them, look, jump on my YouTube channel, send that to your prospect customer, and ask them to watch my YouTube channel, and then contact me. So thanks very much for asking Brenda, and hopefully if Brenda calls, she can tell me that you referred her to me. And, So Jax now is, I'm looking for a husband. Ira, maybe you can do some couch sitting videos next month. Yeah, well, all Skip's got to do is just, you know, give a little ringy-dingy on the telephone. Any of you are familiar with Laugh-In? Remember the ringy-dingy lady from Laugh-In? So in New Jersey, they're in the 90s, so that's not bad. Probably on the coast. I think the how's the water up there, anyways? Oh, I have seen a lot of news about the sharks up there. The big great whites. Are they going to put more expensive homes in the Richmond area because it's so close? It's so close to Brownwood. What I've seen, it doesn't look like there's going to be. It looks like a lot of villas to me in that Richmond area on. Oh man, what's the name of that road? Oh gosh. Oh well, it'll come to me. But anyways, yeah, right out of Brownwood. All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for joining us, Amanda. Go have you some dinner. And I appreciate you jumping on. And Amanda, give me a call once you get settled in with your realtor there, and let me know what's going on. Okay? So, I think I'm at the end of my chat. So if any of you, you know, I'll go ahead and recap a little bit about what we talked about here in case some of you missed it. Some of you missed the earlier portions of this. Please just watch the first 5 or 10 minutes of our live stream tonight, because I introduced Kaylin to everybody. I'm going to be going in for surgery next week, and I'll be out for the whole month of August. And so I'm sorry I won't be able to help anybody for the month of August, but we have Kaylin, who I introduced you to, is very capable. She worked for me as my administrative assistant for 5 years, like what Blakely does for me now. And she's awesome. She learned, well, now that she's not here, I taught her everything she knows. So she might not admit that, but anyways, so yes, going to surgery August 4th. And so I'll be out for the whole month of August, I'm sure. And then we talked about Citrus Hills. Showed you some of the costs, some of the prices, some of the villas. They shared a map with me of some of the area where they're building in now. They have more, it's like 1,700 square foot villa style homes in around the $515 price range. Very nice on a cul-de-sac. So,
See that last comment?
and,
Ronald.
huh?
From Ronald.
Oh, yeah, Ron. John, thank you very much. John just bought a home from us, John and Pearl. So I want to take the opportunity to thank you on our live chat for working with me on your purchase. And I'm here. Blakely's out this week, John, just so you know. So you're probably not going to hear from her. I'm kind of going it alone. Well, I say I'm going it alone. I still have Christian helping me out here. But so if you need anything, give me a call. I'm here. I'm happy to help. And I'm kind of playing double duty here with out showing homes and meeting people and trying to take care of business all at the same time. So Ronald Pass is threw a little thing out there to Jax, and maybe if y'all want to throw me some pictures. Well, oh, so that reminds me. Are you doing the next live by yourself? I'm just kidding. Christian's like, so no live shows, no live streams until September, unfortunately. So I'll miss y'all. I'll be thinking about you. You can text, you can send emails if you'd like. I'm probably going to be out of it for the next couple of weeks anyways. Not the next, well, starting next week. But anyways. So Wrestler's out. And, back to John. Thank you, John. I appreciate your business. And we're here to help. And just let me know if there's anything that I can do for you guys moving forward. We've got it covered so far. Let's see, anybody else? So again, Wrestler, thank you very much for your prayers. And all of you, Anthony, Wrestler, Ronald, Jerry, thank you all. I appreciate it. And I'm going to be making a bunch of videos between now and the time I have my surgery. So Christian's going to be very busy trying to put videos out there. We have a bunch of ideas on our wall, and I'll be making videos from now until then. So I'm going to go ahead and check out for this evening. I want to thank you all so much for watching this evening. Thank you for your prayers. If you have any ideas for, let's see, let's get us a, I'm going to pull up my, there we are. So let's see, September. So it looks like the first Monday in September is September 5th. So if you all want to mark your calendars, we'll give you a reminder. But I think September 5th should be a good day for me to come back and start up our live stream videos again.
We'll make sure he keeps the cone on.
No, we're not. We're not going to come back with the collar. That's out. There won't be any pictures. No, none of that. I'm too vain for all that, I can tell you that right now. So Anthony, thank you. You're good. You are a good man as well, so thank you for your prayers. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's Labor Day, says Jerry.
Oh, is it? The 5th is Labor Day. Oh, Jerry, you're the man. Oh, wow. Yeah, we won't be working Labor Day, I guess. Yeah, well, Christian's going to be off. Well, actually, oh, that reminds me. This is a good opportunity, I guess, to tell you that Christian's going to be leaving us. And he's sticking around to train the next person who's going to fill his shoes. So probably Christian's not going to be around. So Christian, you want to come over here and say hi to everybody and say goodbye to everybody? So
Thank you guys. It's been fun.
what are you going to be doing, Christian?
Studying history.
He's studying history.
So if next month you want me to replace Ira and do a lecture, I can do that.
That's his goal. He wants to be on the lecture circuit. So he's going to go to school. He's going to be studying history. He wants to get out there on the lecture circuit. I will miss Christian terribly. I will tell you that right now. Those are some big shoes somebody's going to have to fill. It's going to be a huge hole that we're going to have to fill.
Size 13.
Yeah, well, there you go, literally. So I will miss him greatly for sure. So anyways, yeah, a lot going on in this live stream. So we're going to go ahead and throw it out there on our YouTube channel. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody who joins us every week. I will be looking forward to getting back in front of us. So what I will say is September 12th. Thank you, Jerry. Nobody can fill Christian shoes, for sure. And thank you, Janice. Thank you for the good luck. Bye, Sandy. And so, again, thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your loyalty. I appreciate everybody who joins us every other Monday night. It's a joy for me to come in here, do this, talk to y'all. And we're going to get some new blood in here and maybe some different technologies. I'm thinking maybe even where people can call in. So we're going to start working on that as well and maybe talk right over our live stream. All right. Thank you so much. Ira, out of the house, and we'll see you in September. September 12th. Bye.